Thank you so much, Craig. Knocked out 3/4 of my speech about Debbie. So 4 years ago, let's face it, Colonia has not had the best representation over the years, and you see how good it is now to realize how bad it was then. So around 2013, Carol and I, my chief of staff, who's a committee woman here, former councilwoman herself, we're talking about what do we do and who do we get to run in the 5th Ward against the guy that ultimately wound up not running for council. He ran for Senate and lost to Vitale and is out of government for good, thank goodness. Nice guy, but didn't do anything. So we're talking, we're thinking, and then Carol says, I know, Debbie Meehan. And I literally said, no, she's too nice. I swear that was our conversation. And then we started thinking about it. And we still thought she was too nice. But then we figured, let's let Debbie make that decision for herself, not us make the decision for her. Because, you know, we knew Debbie, like Craig said, you can name a number of different things she was already doing before she even thought about running for council. Let's talk to Debbie. Debbie said, absolutely not. Because that's not Debbie to be a publicity-seeking person or a very public person. She does what she does. We all know it, but she doesn't do it to seek fame or glory. She does it because it's the right thing to do. So Debbie said no, and then we asked again in a couple days, and then she said no. And then I said, all right, Deb, think about all the things you do now as just a regular citizen, a regular business owner in Colonia. Think about what you could accomplish if you have the power and the gravitas of being a councilwoman behind you. Think of the resources you can garner. Think of the people you can meet to get to help you. And everything you do now can be done by a multiple of times in the future if you've got that with you, that title. And she thought about it, and she agreed. And thank goodness she agreed, because when I tell you she's been phenomenal, I had to put stuff down on paper. Usually I can remember a few things, but I can't remember all these things. But think about 4 years ago what Colonia had individually as events. I couldn't think of any. There were certainly none run by the council. Turkey trot, cookies for the troops, wiffle ball tournament, Easter egg hunt and parade, tree lighting, breast cancer walk, support the troops rally, all the work with the Marines, the Reinhardt dedication in Shaughnessy Park, the gazebo was amazing. I think Debbie's best moment ever was before she was even a councilwoman, when Kevin Reinhardt lost his life. Colonia kid, went to high school with his mom, great family. They lost their son, and Debbie and I were the first ones over the house to talk to them, and we stayed close to them. And when it came time to figure how do we handle this, what do we do? Debbie said, let's line the streets of Inman Avenue, because they were up in Clark at the church, and the route they were going to take was to come down Jordan, make a left on Inman, and go over to St. Gertrude's. And when I tell you, when we turned the corner that day at the post office and saw, we were sitting in the car with the family, and saw that sea of people, thousands of people. Every school kid in Colonia came out with the class on the corner with a flag. The middle schools were there, the high school was there, every senior citizen was there. It seemed like every resident of Colonia was there. And that's something she did because she was Debbie Meehan, not because she was Councilwoman Debbie Meehan. That was probably one of the proudest moments I've had as mayor, was seeing what happened that day in Woodbridge and how everybody came out to support that young man who gave his life. Craig mentioned spaghetti dinners. I had to write the names down because there's too many of them. Filzen, Brock, Ruiz, Ciccarelli, McMahon, Groenling, Souza, Moran, DiGiuseppe, Reinhardt, Knight, Mizek, Gorski, Helbig, Gordon, Kazecha, Guerrero, and they're only the ones I remember. All the people that she has helped. If there's a tragedy in Woodbridge, a fire, an illness, oh, please. I'm sorry, I should have turned it off. Where the heck was I? Oh yeah, the spaghetti dinners. If there's a tragedy in Woodbridge or something goes wrong with the family and they need help, Debbie activates her army. She's got the Colonia VFW, which will do anything she asks. She's got the men and women of the Colonia Firehouse who will do anything she asks. She's got a group of friends, I'm not going to start naming names, but they're all over there and they're all back there, that just will do anything she asks. She absolutely epitomizes what it's like to be a council person, the way she cares about her constituency. And it's not all the soft stuff, because we still have a $180 million budget, we still have union contracts, we still have a whole lot of things going on in town that the council has to work on and approve, and Debbie's very active in that, but her real soft spot is her heart. And that's why she's a great council person. She cares. She's been a wonderful representative of Colonia. I can't imagine anybody else being in that seat besides her for the next several years that I'm going to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, an amazing councilwoman, an amazing person, Debbie Meehan.
Hi, everybody. Wow, thank you so much for all those kind words. I'm so glad you're all here. You know, it means so much to me for every one of you to be here. I just want to thank some people before I forget, because I was going to write something down, but decided not to. Just want to thank the people that have been campaigning for us. They've been incredible. They've been putting in so many hours. All those guys back there, Jen and Ryan and Beth, and all the people in our office that volunteer their time so that we win in November in our election. So we work really hard. And I want to, of course, first importantly, thank my family. You know, I might do all those things, but my kids have dirty socks, they haven't eaten, the house is a mess. But without my family, I couldn't do the things I do. And my husband Brian is here, and my son Timmy's here. My other son Sean is in college, and my other daughter is working. So, but they really, without their support, I couldn't do what I do. So. Friends. I mean, the mayor talks about all those things we do. If I didn't have my friends, you know, I can't even tell you how blessed I am to have them. It's not easy to be my friend. You come to my house and you think you're sitting there having a glass of wine and we're putting baskets together. We went out to dinner last week. They were putting all my signs together. My poor girlfriend's dress was bleeding in my back seat because of the sign. So it's not easy to be my friend, but without them, my God, I couldn't do what I do. And my sister's here, Robin, and her husband, Dave. So, you know, you guys really, you mean everything to me, and I really couldn't do the things I do without you, so thank you. So I was going to write down what I was going to say, but I forgot, so. Because I've been campaigning so hard. The mayor has been working too hard, I couldn't even write it down. But you know, 4 years ago, I was standing up here and I was scared to death. I am not a politician like the mayor said, but I love Colonia and I would do anything in the world for them. And when he asked me to do this, I said absolutely not. I just couldn't do it, so I kept turning him down like he said. And then I started to think about it. Jim Dirk in the back room back there, he said, come on, Deb, you can do this, you can do this. So I went and I asked the fire department what they thought, and the teacher PTOs, and the senior citizens, and everybody that mattered to me here in Colonia, because I felt, because I've had the newspaper for so long, I already had their respect, and they mattered so much to me that I didn't want to become a politician and change who I was, or for people to see me differently. So I checked with all of them, and they all said yes, 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 except my friend Joanne back there, my editor of the paper that said you're out of your mind. But it all worked out, and you know, through the 4 years, I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of fantastic people. I hope, if you've called me, I hope I've been able to help you, and if I haven't, I hope at least I was able to, you know, do something for you. At least I tried for you, because that matters. I've learned a lot about infrastructure and sewer systems and rats and lots of things I didn't want to know about, but I'm learning every day, and it matters. And this town is everything to me, and I can't be who I am without the town, without all of you. And when you vote for me next week, you're on the ballot too, because I don't do it by myself. We all do it together in this community. We are a village here, and one of the proudest things I've ever done is represent Colonia. So I'm not going to talk as long as John, but thank you.